You'll prepare and take all these acting classes and then you'll never roll the dice. You'll be 5 years in school, and by the time you get out of school, you're too old to jump into the business anymore.
Before Shia LaBeouf would assist the Autobots in saving the world twice, before he revealed to the world that he had banged his co-star Megan Fox, before he was arrested at a Wallgreens for criminal trespassing and crashed a car in Los Angeles and then ran from the police, following this he would have multiple incidents of public intoxication before he decided to wear a bag on his head insisting that he was not famous anymore. Shia LaBeouf grew up an only child. He refers to his parents as hippies. His father was also addicted to drugs. Shia learned early on that he had a knack for performance and would take to the street buskering as a foul-mouthed comedian to bring in a few bucks. When at home, he would impersonate his absent and intoxicated father to cheer up his family. He then bumped into another child actor who had all these fancy toys and fancy clothes, and Shia decided that's what he was gonna do. Success came early with his role on Even Stevens on the Disney Channel, and from there he would turn into a leading man in Hollywood. Also one of the town's most unpredictable and controversial celebrities. My name is Michael McCrudden, and welcome to Before They Were Famous, documenting the life of Shia LaBeouf prior to fame, here for you on Before They Were Famous. Now if you want to know more about the crazy stuff he's doing as of recent, be sure to check out After They Were Famous. I did one on him, and let me know as always who you want me to document next on Before They Were Famous in the comments down below.
Come on. I know you find me irresistible, alright? And I don't fault you for that. Who could fault you?
Shia Sadie LaBeouf was born on June 11, 1986 in Los Angeles, California. The only child to Shayna LaBeouf, who is Christian, and Jeffrey Craig LaBeouf, who is Jewish. Growing up, Shia was both christened and had a bar mitzvah. His mother was a dancer and ballerina who resorted to selling fabrics and other decorative fashion pieces to bring in an income for Shia when he was young. His father was a Vietnam War veteran who was a performer himself at heart. The man had a hard time keeping a job himself, and his addiction to drugs, including heroin, well, that didn't help matters. Although his dad would dress up as a happy clown and then ask for change on the streets for doing a performance, at home he was absolutely miserable. He would abuse Shia both physically and verbally, and one time he pulled a gun on his son when he was having a Vietnam flashback. Eventually his parents would split up and Shia would be sent to a rehabilitation center. Then him and his mother at this time were living at Echo Park and they were just scraping by. Shia took it upon himself to entertain his mother to lift her spirits and also bring in some extra money. He found an avenue in which to do this when he bumped into another child actor who had all this cool gear and a lot of money, and he decided, hey, I can do that.
You look perfect. Except you're missing one thing.
My dignity?
He began taking the stage at comedy clubs when he was as young as 10. He had a foul mouth, people couldn't believe it. And then he found himself an agent the good old-fashioned way. He went through the Yellow Book. He pretended to be his own manager, booked an appointment, then showed up, did an impromptu performance, and got signed. When he wasn't performing, he was at school, enrolled at Alexander Hamilton High School, and later 32nd Street Visual Performing Arts Magnet in Los Angeles. He wouldn't stay in school for long because his acting career was taking off. He appeared in made-for-TV Christmas movies and then in television shows like X-Files, Suddenly Susan, and Caroline in the City. His big break came when he landed the lead role in the Disney Channel's Even Stevens at the age of 14.
That whole show was basically really ad-libbed. We just made up a lot of stuff and just were stupid all day.
In this role, Shia received a Young Artist Award nomination in 2001 and a Daytime Emmy Award in 2003. There were also signs at this time that Shia was a bit of a hothead. He got into an altercation with his neighbor who had parked his car in a way that he couldn't get out of his driveway. After he asked the guy to move it and the guy didn't, well, Shia just decided to ram his car over. Yeah, and then he showed up at the neighbor's house wielding a knife. And then things escalated from there and Shia got beat up by 6 dudes.
Oh, who told you that garbage?
In 2005, Shia was arrested at a Wallgreen showcasing some erratic behavior. When he wouldn't leave, security had the police remove him and charge him. But Even Stevens was on the up and up, and Shia would ride that success for 7 years. His income also allowed him to take care of both his parents, a duty that he still does today. He was cast in Disturbia, a film produced by Steven Spielberg, and booked the role based on a recommendation made to Steven by his daughter, who was a huge fan of Even Stevens, and Steven himself, he enjoyed Shia's film Holes. Now the film Disturbia, it was a bit of a tip of the hat to the classic Rear Window, and Shia, well, he got a lot of recognition for his performance. He also picked up an award, the BAFTA Orange Rising Star Award. He had plenty of other blockbuster film appearances, including Dumb and Dumber, When Harry Met Lloyd, I, Robot, Charlie Angels, Full Throttle, but it wasn't until Transformers that he became a household name.
No, watch the back. No, wait. No, no.
2 films he recently watched during a live stream that he wasn't impressed with. In fact, it brought him to tears. and he was pretty upset about it all. He hooked up with Megan Fox. Why is he so upset? And the rest of the story, well, you know the story. This is Before They Were Famous. Now, if you want to know more about Shia, I made an After They Were Famous, and I document some of the crazier things he's done in recent years. So I think you should give that a watch. I mean, you've already come this far, why not go the rest of the way? Also, be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. I do bios on everyone in Hollywood, singers, rappers, people on social media, YouTube stars, porn stars. Nobody's off the table, so let me know in the comments down below who's next. I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. I don't actually see you, but I feel you. And I read your comments.
No. Yeah, no. Oh, no.